Hey guys, HMK back again with another installment of What We Need to See Gaming. This time, it's part 2 of what we need to see in The Legend of Zelda Wii U. First off, I'd like to thank you guys for continuing to make What We Need to See Gaming a success and making What We Need to See Gaming Legend of Zelda Wii U popular enough to make a sequel. Though at the time we have very little actual information about this game, we do know it's in development and that its reveal is imminent. In recent news, we have a slew of rumors that pertain to the game, including rumors that it may be a sequel to Twilight Princess, which HMK has speculated throughout the year. Thanks to these rumors and possible hints in the form of Link's design in the upcoming Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, and the HD Zelda Experience tech demo, which has been rumored to be pre-alpha footage. Though Nintendo has gone as far to say this was merely a tech demo and that the new game will be neither ultra realistic nor ultra cartoony, Nintendo has changed their mind in regards to directions of Zelda development before. One infamous example is that Twilight Princess was originally conceived as Wind Waker 2 before Nintendo decided to give us something more darker in the form of Twilight Princess. As for this video, I will introduce some new ideas and concepts as well as expand on concepts I've stated in part 1, while also addressing some of the comments or questions that were targeting at some aspects of the video. Now, let's get into it. As always, I will split the video into 3 parts: story concepts and timeline placement, gameplay direction and progression, and style with concept expansion. Now, going into the first subject of story concepts and timeline placement. The Legend of Zelda has grown into a tale that has become more and more story driven over the years and enriched the lore with each new adventure. Though many concepts within each tale has leaned on the dark side and dipped into serious subject matters, the overall narrative has been pretty tame when compared to other epic fantasies that will rival the stories within Zelda. Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess have proven that Nintendo is willing to go into dark places with the Zelda franchise, so this Zelda Wii U should up the ante. But not only dark aspects, but with more mature subject matters. That's right, I'm talking about delving into subjects such as racism, with different tribes with Hyrule perhaps even having race wars coming into effect over land or maybe even pride. But why stop there? I will go as far as to suggest themes of slavery in the next Legend of Zelda. Sure, this aspect may seem a bit harsh, but I feel dark tones as this will fit perfectly well in the Zelda series. Picture this. With the repeated births of multiple Ganondorfs to the Gerudo tribe, which inevitably results in an eventual attack on Hyrule, this triggers the royal family to take drastic and cruel measures, to the point not only they enslave the Gerudo tribe, but they constantly have them under their thumb and also kill all the males born within the tribe in an effort to try and avert more catastrophes brought on by Ganondorf. This story arc can lead to bold new possibilities, such as Link trying to save and free the tribe while also serving and trying to protect the royal family. Going back to my idea with race wars, this can easily lead to an uprising and Link could be caught in the middle of an insurrection. I know this idea seems way too mature for Nintendo to pull off, but I believe it's something they can do in this light or darkness. For a story like this to work, this tale will have to take place in the child timeline after Four Swords Adventures, with having the second incarnation of Ganondorf recorded in history. Another possible tale could take place before the Wind Waker in the adult timeline, a tale where there was indeed a hero after the hero of time's departure to the past. This tale could include this hero not being known or viewed as a hero at the time. He comes to Hyrule, but for some reason he goes to help a outside land. This would explain why he was absent during the Great Flood. As this hero returns to Hyrule after his outside adventure, he realizes the Hyrulean border is nothing but sea. Horrified yet determined, he crafts something that we all know and love in the Wind Waker, the King of Red Lions, which he uses to search the Great Sea in hopes of friends and survivors. These are just a few story arcs I wish would be in the next game, as I'm totally down for a Twilight Princess sequel that has been long rumored, and with the advent of Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, and with the constant slew of rumors pertaining to Twilight Princess, I'm totally down for a darker, more mature Zelda one more time. Gameplay and progression. As many rumors have already stated, the next Wii U Zelda may indeed be a sequel to Twilight Princess, which I'm totally down for. As such, I feel that the next Zelda should have a more traditional format, as I've stated in part 1. However, knowing Nintendo, I deduct there will be changes to the progression quite a bit for the next Wii U Zelda. A rumor that's been floating around has the idea of morphing dungeons, which is the thought of when you play or complete a dungeon, another dungeon may change a little bit or entirely depending on what you do in the previous dungeon. Sounds confusing? Well, let me give you some most simple ideas. Let's say you open a chest in the Forest Temple. That chest contains a vengeful ice spirit that flees upon release. Later, you visit the Ice Temple. But because you freed the ice spirit, it now terrorized the temple, and it's your job to take care of it. Upon its defeat, you get a killer sweet banging item that you can only get if you activate this side quest. Have a better grasp? The possibilities are immense, and I just gave a quick example. As for other progression gameplay aspects, I think it's high time to return an instrument. You know, with actual notes and songs that you have to learn and use. Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword has some of the sorriest excuses, and I think it's high time to bring back the magic of song that Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker had given us. As for combat, I made myself clear on what I want. A more stylistic combo-based system. But let's take it a step further. Enchantments to your sword and items. Take a page from the fire, ice, and light arrows, and even from the Soul Master Sword in Twilight Princess. I want enchantments or upgrades to most or all of your weapons in the same vein as what we've seen in Skyward Sword. This is why we can have a flame sword that will do more damage on ice enemies, or a light sword that cuts through the darkness. Finally, Link will feel like the master of the elements that we were given a glimpse of in Ocarina of Time. But this will all require the return of a magic meter. Style and concept expansion. The art style of the next Zelda game has been the subject of debate and has been floating around for the longest time. So I'm just going to come out with it and state that I want it to be realistic, however, but with a more tweaked cel-shaded style. Think about this. Skyward Sword style, but leaning more into realism instead of exaggeration. Still need some help? Consider something similar to the No More Heroes HD game. Not completely like this, but something kindred to this. A cross between this and the Zelda HD experience of what we saw at E3 a few years back. Now, on to concept expansion. In my last video, I've stated some ideas on my head, and you guys had some questions for me. With my early ideas on molding Link as you play the game, a bunch of you guys said that, oh, you want the next Zelda game to be like Fable? Well, of course not. I'm not a huge fan of Fable, and I would not like to see Zelda become something else. Now, to clarify, I want Link to be molded, but not to an extreme like Fable handles it. Like I said, Link will still be Link in the end, but I just want subtle changes to mark him as your own. Going on with that, there should be small customizations to Link that truly make us Link and Link us. And no, I'm not talking about running wild with it like changing hair, skin, or eye color. I'm talking about little things like different tunics, boots, gauntlets, greaves, etc., etc. that you can find and or make. And also, I want this to be something fun, not something that is needed like, oh, +2 magic or +5 attack. You know what I mean. As for dialogue in the game, I stand by what I said before when I say I want everyone but Link to talk, and I want them to talk in Hylian. Some people complain that it would be too difficult, but I think it's awesome, and hell, Nintendo was able to do something similar with Dinosaur Planet language in Star Fox Adventures, so yeah, do it Nintendo, do it, yeah! So these are just some of the ideas floating in my head. Don't worry, I do have more. So I hope you enjoyed part 2. And if you guys really want to, I'll make a part 3 on this game. Probably after the reveal of the next Legend of Zelda game for the Wii U. As always, keep it here and share HMK's channel, HMK9Captain, for all things Nintendo, Zelda, Kingdom Hearts, but mostly Zelda. So, as always, into the next Zelda video or into the next video in general, don't forget to subscribe to HMK. And until next time, I will check you guys later.